as an extremely popular educator is caught with her pants down, literally. High school cheer coach Adriana Williams is facing sexual assault charges. She went viral 3 years ago for this back to school rap.
What's poppin'? Brand new year and I'm locked in. Far as this teaching go, I am unreachable. I'm #1 in your top 10. Miss Williams, been poppin'. 2020 new school, you're dropping. No COVID-19, ain't worried about a thing when it come to me, ain't no stopping. I can teach your class.
I ain't gonna lie, she was jamming. She was jamming. Williams was arrested, however, Tuesday after a video of her in bed with a minor surfaced on social media. She has since...
Yes, we're back again with another video. You come in, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified once I drop a new video. New content for 2024 is loading. I'm gonna change up the format. We're gonna open the bag up a little bit more. But we are going to continue to show the deficiencies and the issues that are plaguing our community that rarely get any wide stream discussion and coverage, as if they did not happen. They come out and then they're swept under the rug. This is maybe my 8th video this year. It could be more, but I'm thinking this is my 8th video that I covered in my Super Predator series. We have another woman who went viral on TikTok. You see the report here, Adriana Williams, who was caught in bed or caught basically having a physical or inappropriate relationship with a student. And again, we must ask, how is this not being discussed on a mainstream level? Because again, this is my 8th, but I know there has been more than 8 of these issues to come out. This is just what I've seen. At one point in time, you had the males, the men. I think Me Too came and spooked a lot of men. I think, the Bill Cosby, it was a bunch of things that came in, and it basically was a scared straight ordeal with men to where they're not playing, because a lot of teachers have left the education system from teaching inside of the schools anyway. So most of the teachers are going to be women. But you're seeing a lot of women, all different races. This is not just a black or African-American woman issue. This is not a white. This is women from all races. I've covered, again, about 8 on my channel alone this year. And they have been all different races, all different ages. So we must ask, what is really going on? Why are these women engaging in these relationships at such a high rate? Well, you got to look at the dating dynamic. You have to look at the social economic world, to where if a woman has certain needs, she will sacrifice everything she has to get those needs met at that moment. You can look at Kevin Hart and his ex-employee, to where she risked her career, not Tasha K, but the employee who went to Tasha K with the story. She risked everything, including her future. She will never work in that industry ever again, because Kevin Hart is a big deal. He's a high-profile individual. And what would Kevin Hart have done to warrant such betrayal? Because none of his other employees came out saying anything on the cuff of he underpaid them, he treated them less than, he handled them roughly. She's the only one, you see. So one must ask, what type of environment, reinforcement are women getting to where they will risk everything, no matter who gets damaged, no matter the collateral damage? Because what we like to do is focus on the woman and say, well, she needs mental help. Well, she needs this. She needs to get this looked at. But what about the men or the boys in which are engaging or are victims of these women who more than likely have manipulated them? We can say, well, it's a boy, so it's different. This is still a child dealing with a grown woman who has been around the block, more than likely, who had the know-how to even try such a thing. Because a lot of these women who are caught up in these scandals and situations, they think they have experienced so much and have so much knowledge in engaging the opposite sex, no man is off limits to them. And they think they'll get away with it. There'll be plenty more of these stories to surface. Oh, best believe. There'll be plenty more of these to surface. But one must ask, why is there such a thing? And you get these women on these podcast panels saying all of the men are deficient. They're not making enough money. I'm not going 50-50. But you give the prize in which a lot of men want or desire from you, which is the emotional and the sexual connection. You give that to a boy who cannot do any of that for you. They're not paying any of your bills. They're not self-sufficient. They don't have a career track on set yet. So I always say women are duplicitous to where you say you need these things before you get involved with a man. But when it comes to sex, the bare minimum will do, which is not the bare minimum. It is the bare maximum. It's the height, which is how can you please me sexually? Yeah, these women, just listen to the horror stories in which these women come to you with on how they were treated by previous relationships. That is what she liked. Because on the flip side, she'll try to flip it as if she had no choice in the man she dealt with, but has an inbox full of unread messages. So, again, as I said, this is nothing new that I've stated. You have an unwarranted selection on who inbox you respond to. But when it comes to intimate relationships, you have no control and no choice. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. So is it the men or is it the women that are deficient? We have a issue with super predator, and these boys have mothers. And it is crazy how the mothers and the women can unite for the Me Too, go to Beyonce shows in full costume, silver hats and silver boots. But when it comes to these little boys being taken advantage of, there is no unity in unifying a front for that to combat that. They don't take in consideration the ramifications that the boys are going to have going forward. Because, again, how are these boys going to recover and deal with women or girls their same age or in their peer group when they've been with grown ass women? When they've got game and experience from dealing with grown adult women who've done way more than a girl in his peer group would have done for him and to him. And we know this to be true. Why is there no uniform front for the boys that are being victimized by these teachers? Why is that? Because it will expose a deeper issue, and which will tilt the economy on its head, which is already happening anyway. You think these immigrants and all of these situations with the funding going to these different countries, you think all of this is just something that's just happening? All of this is by design. There's a bigger agenda at play in which you're too foolish and too consumed and drunk off of celebrity BS relationships. You're too drunk off of that. You're too drunk off going back and forth and making sure you get the last word on a post. Or you make sure you're saying the most prolific comment on a post so people look at you as you're smart when you're really dumb. You're really not that smart. Making sure you have a presence on Facebook because I get paid now. I'm a content creator. I put my page on professional mode. Look at what I'm doing. When these children are being victims, the missing, do you know what the missing persons report looks like in Ohio and in Texas? But no one gives a damn. But let Cardi B and Offset get spotted going to a bodega, it's going to be all over the blogs. I'm going to do a video on some conspiracy. You have Rolling Stones talking about Sexy Red, Ski Yee, best rap song of 2023. Rolling Stone. And you don't think an agenda is at play? Just look up who owns Rolling Stone magazine, who owns that platform. Ski Yee. If you like me and you see me, say what's up, Ski Yee. That's best rap song of 2023. They're playing in our faces, and we're too foolish to even get it, to even know what is being done when it comes to the black community. We're going to go back to it's going to be a crazy shift for the black community and black individuals. Your children are being targeted because they know that is the most powerful generation that is on the horizon right now, the Gen Z and below. It's a wrap. The black family, the women, you let social media and TikTok tear it up, because it makes perfect sense to you to not go 50-50 man, but to pay 100% of your own bills. Even with the rising cost of living, inflation, everything else, the housing market, it makes more sense for you to pay 100% than to pay 50% with a man who's a good guy, who's going to do other things to offset his lack in finance. That makes perfect sense to you. Well, that's just a roommate. I'm not going to be a roommate of. And these are the same women who come to you with kids because they know big brother and daddy, i.e. the government, has a check for them. Just tax time is about to come. You'll see the flexing and I can do bad by myself and I don't need. You'll see that crank up around February, March when those tax checks start to roll in, because they're going to get those chunky thousands of dollars for those kids. And now I'm back to the ego. Now I'm going to Tulum. They'll do the out of country tour, Tulum, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, but they won't touch foot in the Middle East. They won't touch foot in England, in Eastern Europe. They won't go over there. They won't go over there. No, they're going to do the same circuit, Tulum, Cabo, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Bahamas. They'll run it instead of using that money to really invest in the child's future and do the same game again the following year. Ball out, buy all the bullshit for Christmas, go broke, come back, get the tax check. Vicious cycle. Don't have any input on what your teachers and your school systems are teaching your children. You don't give a damn about that as long as you get some type of relief because you work from home. So let me send them off to school and daycare while I, secretly sleep with this man and this guy and all of these people while I'm at work, or playing while I'm at work. You got super predators roaming around, preying on your children, because no man is good enough but your 17 and 16 and 14-year-old boy is. No man that's working, because he going to want me to pay 50-50. I want the 17-year-old boy, because I can control him 100%. It's all about control when it comes to the modern woman. That's really what it boils down to. What can I get out of him? How can I control him? That's what it's about. But they're losing that control day by day. And like order always, when chaos ensues, it's only going to be chaotic for so long until order come and naturally resets everything. It's going to naturally reset. Got this woman dancing on TikTok, going viral, getting all of the accolades and attention. She soaked it up. And in the same time, preying on young boys in which she manipulated into a sexual relationship. But probably are in comments talking about she's not going 50-50 with a man. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We got some more videos on the way. We got had a request. Shout out to Pierre. We're going to do another Breaking Bad, the switch up. We're going to discuss the Papoose situation, because we use these stories such as the Papoose and to give a visual aid, because this is what normal society is trying to get. They're trying to mimic how these relationships that they see on the internet, they're trying to mimic how they operate, because they get the most attention. Attention is a form of currency, whether you believe it or not. That is the newest form of currency. Likes and comments and shares. And these women would do anything for it, even if it's sabotaging their own career Just ask Kevin Hart's ex-employee, the one that went to Tasha K, who's going to be sued and will never work in Hollywood ever again. And she'll go get a job, if she can get a regular job, making bullshit money when she was just in the circle of 100 millionaires. Beautiful fools. But you guys, let me know what you think about this video. Stay tuned for the next. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.